Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be solving this wonderful equation which says that 1 plus the cube root of p divided by 1 minus the square root of p is equal to 1. And I'm about to find the value of p in this equation. My first step in this equation will be to cross multiply. So I'll say 1 plus the cube root of p will be equal to 1 multiplied by 1 minus the square root of p will give me 1 minus the square root of p. My next step now will be to subtract 1 from both sides of this equation. So we write 1 plus the cube root of p subtract 1 equal to 1 minus the square root of p. Then subtract 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So we are just left with the cube root of p in the left hand side equal to 1 minus 1 is 0. We are left with minus the square root of p in the right hand side. Then we'll continue again. The cube root of p, I'm going to write it out, equal to, now this is minus the square root of p. So I'm going to write this as minus 1 multiplied by the square root of p. Then we'll continue again. The cube root of p can be written as p raised to the power of 1 all over 3 according to the law of indices, then equal to minus 1 times the square root of p can be written as p raised to the power of 1 all over 2. This is also according to the law of indices. Then we continue again. My next step now will be to raise both sides of this equation to the power of 6. So we say p raised to the power of 1 all over 3 will be raised to the power of 6 equal to, open a bracket, minus 1 multiplied by p raised to the power of 1 all over 2 raised to the power of 6. Now, the power here now, this 1 over 3 power here, we multiply this 6. So we now have 1 over 3 times 6 will give me 2. So here will be p square equal to, then here will be minus 1 raised to the power of 6 times p raised to the power of 1 all over 2 raised to the power of 6. Then we'll continue again. We'll say p square equal to minus 1 raised to the power of 6 is the same thing as 1. Anytime minus 1 is raised to the power of an even number, you get a solution of 1. So minus 1 raised to the power of 6 is 1. Then times the power here now. This 1 over 2 multiplies 6. And when 1 over 2 multiplies 6, we get 3. So here will become p raised to the power of 3. Then now we continue. We say p raised to the power of 2 will be equal to 1 times p raised to the power of 3 will give me p raised to the power of 3. Then we continue again. I'm going to take this p square now to the right hand side. So we now have 0 equal to p raised to the power of 3 minus p raised to the power of 2. Then we write again 0 equal to, I'm going to factorize. P square is the HCF here. So we say p square, open bracket, p raised to the power of 3 divided by p square, we have what? P. Then minus p square now divided by p square, we have 1. Now, since p square is multiplying p minus 1 and the result is 0, therefore p square is equal to 0, or p minus 1 is equal to 0. Then now, I will take the square root of both sides in this equation so that I'll remove this power of 2 here. So when I did that, I got p equal to the square root of 0. Or then this other part, I'm going to take this minus 1 to the right hand side. So we will now have p equal to 1. Then from here now, I'll say p, the square root of 0 is what? 0. So p is equal to 0. Now we have two solutions now for p equal to 0 and p equal to 1. But the acceptable root of p for this equation is p raised to the power of 0. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos.